Chat and YouTube, it's goddamn tier list time. This is going to be a tier list of our opinions, mainly mine, because I'll have the final say of where I'm going to place the characters, but it'd be cool to get everybody's opinions on how good certain characters are. S being like must pull, and the rest just being obviously if a character's a very good support, but like only for niche things, then obviously that'll be like A. Obviously Chiori's not even out yet, so we can't really do Chiori. So the Travelers first. Obviously, both Travelers are going to be the same. I don't really know where we're going to base it on all of the Traveler stuff, but I think I'd put them fairly middle of the pack because they're definitely not bad. And like Geo Traveler's a really good unit. So is Dendro Traveler very, very, very good. Hydro Traveler's absolute garbo, and Animo Traveler's also pretty bad. We can put them in B for now, but I might end up moving them. But I do think B or C tier is very fair for Travelers because everybody gets them as well. They're a solid unit. I think that's good. Jean. I have never ever used Jean. Even at like the start of my Genshin journey, Genshin career, I never used her, but I know she's a very good unit, and she's very good with Farina now. Or is she really that good with Farina? So I was thinking A tier anyway. Would you say high? I wouldn't say she's must pull, but obviously she's a standard character as well. So I guess A tier makes sense for Jean. I think that's where I was gonna put her. Lisa. I'll be totally real here. I think out of all of the Electro characters, I would honestly put Lisa in D tier. All of the other Electro characters do what she does, but just way better. Unless I'm missing a certain Electro character, but I think in terms of meta, I would put her at the bottom. I think I'd put her in D. Amber as well. Listen, I know a lot of people will probably disagree. I think most of the starter characters are pretty bad compared to their counterparts in higher level and newer characters and stuff, for sure. Noelle, however, I feel like Noelle's a solid character, especially for early game character. She does a hell of a lot of damage. She's also a shielder, and I guess, again, if we're going based off of C6 4 stars, apart from newer 4 stars and starters, doesn't she also heal as well? Honestly, B tier for that. I think B. I think she's a solid Geo unit, to be honest, especially early game, dude. Noelle early game is correct. She is insane. Barbara. I don't like Barbara, but I know that she's not a bad unit. I know she's a good unit. I just don't like her because of self-hydro application. Honestly, if it was me, I'd put her in C. But I think with Dendro, she might be a bit higher. I'm going to put a high C for now, though. I'm going to put a high C. Sucrose. I think high A for Sucrose. If Kazuha didn't exist, I'd say S tier, to be honest. But I think Sucrose belongs in A tier for sure. Sucrose is a fantastic unit, even at C0. C1, I think it is, that gives you the extra charge, right? Is a fantastic kind to pull for. C6 Sucrose is wild, dude. C6 Sucrose is a fantastic unit. Basically a 5-star at that point. Fischl. I think I know where I want to put Fischl already here, because Fischl is an incredibly good unit. I don't think I'd say she's a must pull. I don't think she's an S tier unit, but I think she is definitely high A. We don't have SS tier. I guess what I could do, if necessary, which I really don't think it's that necessary, but we could make an S plus, and we'll put these two in S. I feel like that's better. Mona. I'm gonna go with chat on this one because I've never used Mona, like, at all. Only for nuke damage and freeze team. Was useful early on. Now there's too many characters that do what she does but better. B. I was thinking B as well. All right, we'll put her in B tier. I feel like that's pretty fair. We'll put a higher B tier, though, because I do feel like she's better than these. Kaya. Oh, starter character that is actually not that bad, even at C0, especially early game. I think I put him in B tier, along with, like, the Travelers. I still use Kaya a lot, and he still holds his own with the damage and stuff. Diluc. See? Nah, y'all are high, dude. Y'all are high. We're talking about now. With Shen Yun out. I'll be totally real here. Even as a Diluc simp and a Diluc main, I don't think it'd be S tier. I think it'd definitely be A tier now, though, for sure. And I think, honestly, a lot of people, if they build him very well, will get an S tier unit out of him. Razor. Razor's a tough one for me. I see a lot of people saying B. I actually don't think he's B tier at all. I think minimum he's B tier. The only reason I think minimum he's B tier now is the fact that he basically is he is the only character in the entire game that can pull off what he can pull off with Thundering Fury. I see a couple of people confused. There is a team called Thundering Fury. What is the full team? It's like Razor, C6 Bennett, Sing Shou, and Nahida. Thundering Fury is a wild team. It is absolutely incredible. The reason it only works with Razor is because in his ult, it's not like Sino, where you only do electro damage. It is a very niche team, which is why it wouldn't go higher than B. Alright, Bennett time. I think this is our first S plus character. Bennett trivializes so much in the video game. It is insane, dude. Bennett is pretty much one of the only characters I would say will make your life so much easier in this game other than Zhongli. Ning Wang. I think she's a good unit, but I think she's inherently niche because Geo... Is Geo? I think I put her in B tier. Thoughts? Damn, I see a lot of C's. Really? Okay, I would have put her in B, but I'll go with you guys, chat. We'll put her in C, I guess. Beidou. I think Beidou's a solid unit. I think Beidou would go A tier. I think she's very, very good. I don't use her, so I don't know enough. I don't think she's S tier. I can see why people would think she is, though. But I think Beidou's a phenomenal unit. She's very good. Kaching. I think with the release of Dendro, dude, Kaching is a very good unit. I think I'd probably put it with the other starter 5 stars, honestly, at C0. I think I'd put her in A. Solid unit. Xiangling. I actually unironically think Xiangling might be an S plus character. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep her in S plus. She could be, you could argue that she'd be S tier. You could argue any of the tiers based on your own playstyle, but I genuinely think S plus is right for Xiangling, to be honest. Chongyun. Chongyun is such a fun character, but he is incredibly niche. Chongyun is kind of locked to cryo to be useful. Otherwise, you're just having fun with him, right? Which is still he's a very good unit. I love Chongyun. I built main DPS Chongyun. I think he's phenomenal. If this was an enjoyment tier list, I'd put him in S personally. But I think high C or low B, honestly, overall. I think I'll put him in low B. I don't think he's C tier. Now, Xing Shou. I think Xing Shou is an S plus unit. I would say higher than Xiangling, to be honest. He's just that guy. I'm gonna be totally honest here. I think with the release of Dendro, Xing Shou actually became on par, if not a better support unit than Bennett. I'm gonna put him higher than Bennett. I think he might be the best support in the best 4-star support in the game. Chi-Chi. Chat, I see a lot of you saying D tier, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you here. I don't think she's D tier. I think I'd put her in C. She's a fine unit for what she does. I would prefer to use Chi-Chi than Barbara, and I ain't gonna use Barbara for Hyper Bloom or anything, but is she better than Barbara at doing what she does? I don't know. Dude, her particle regeneration is absolute dog water. It's terrible. I'll still put Barbara higher, but yeah, I think she has C tier. Venti. I don't have Venti. Still to this day, chat, I don't have Venti, and I don't think I'll pull for him. I think Sucrose is better. His ult is very fun, though. I do like his ult. Yeah, I think I'd say A tier as well. Klee. This is gonna hurt me, dude. B? Oh, chat, I don't even think she's B tier. I ain't gonna care. Mainly because of how clunky she is and how slow she feels to play. And that's the main reason. Otherwise, she would be in B. But I feel like every other pyro DPS does what she does, but better anyway. Klee's genuinely very good with Farina, like actual good meta team. Really? Interesting. I haven't seen a Klee team with Farina, to be fair. Okay, we can put her in B tier then. Definitely better than Chongyun. Yeah. Tartaglia. I think Tartaglia's S tier. I don't think he's S plus, but I think he's better than the A tiers. I think he's just that guy, dude. I think he's very good with the national teams. I think he does a hell of a lot of damage. His hydro application is incredibly good. Diona. Diona's a very good unit. C? Chat, you're the high. You're the actually high if you think Diona's C. There's no way you unironically think Diona's a C tier unit, right? At C6, dude, in her ult, you get healing, you get higher EM, you also get the shields. There's no way. I'm putting her in B tier. And I'm honestly putting her like mid B tier. Okay, Zhongli. I actually don't think he's an S plus unit anymore, chat. I think he's an S tier unit now. I think he used to be, but all he is good for is making it so that you don't take damage with his strong shields. But at the same time, now we have other characters that can do that just as good, but a different element, such as Layla. Layla is a very, very good shielder, but she's cryo, so inevitably will just be overall better. Xinyan. She goes in D tier. There's just no convincing me otherwise that she's gonna go any higher than D tier. Her scaling is dog shit and she still has a bugged kit to this day, dude. She's fun. Don't get me wrong, she is fun. I built a god like Xinyan, but yeah, no. I can't put her higher than that, I'm sorry. There's just no way. Albedo. Albedo is a very good unit. I still don't have him, and I don't know if I would pull for him. Not out yet. Oh yeah, true, actually. He's not out yet. Damn, y'all are putting him in B tier? I'm seeing a hell of a lot of Bs. I'll put him in B because I don't have him, so I can't really say it. Ganyu. Okay, Ganyu is still a very good character, even though she's boring as I think I put Ganyu lower than Kaching and Jean, but higher than Venti, Diluc, and Beidou in A tier. Because she does a hell of a lot of damage. She's very good in freeze teams. She's just a very good unit for cryo. She's a very good cryo unit. Zhao time, baby. It's time to rank Zhao. The one character who had the most niche stuff, which is plunging. But now with Shen Yun, everybody can be Zhao. And some people can even be a better Zhao with Shen Yun. Chat, there is no shot you're saying Zhao should be S tier. Bro, I built an incredibly good Zhao. People even said that he was incredibly good. And he was doing like 60 to 70k plunges with a solid team too. I think A tier and I think low A tier, to be honest, for Zhao. I think he's a very good character. But I think I'd put him low A tier, dude. I'd put him like on par with Diluc now that Shen Yun's out, to be honest. Hu Tao. I mean, I think Hu Tao's S. I think I'd put her in the middle of S tier. Why? Because C0, she's still annoying as shit to play, to be 100% honest with you. Rosaria. I think Rosaria is a very good cryo support unit, especially at C6, which is what we'd be ranking her at. I'd probably put her slightly higher than Kaya, because they are basically the same thing, but she has the physical shred as well. Yan Fei. I ain't gonna cap, dude. I'm biased as shit here. She was my first C6 4-star, and she carried me so hard, dude. I see most people saying B tier. A lot of people saying low A as well, though. We'll go with B. Where would I put her in B, though? I think lower than Kaya, higher than Razor. I think that's fair. Eula. I'm gonna break some hearts here, dude. Honestly, chat, she's B tier. I think she's high B tier, but she's B tier. I don't even think she's A tier. She does huge damage numbers. But number one, she's physical. Number two, her ult, which is the big damage numbers, is fucking dreadful most of the time because either number one, an enemy gets a shield. Number two, it fucking disappears. It's ridiculous. Like, you basically use for nukes, just like Mona. Okay, Kazu hard time. I do think Kazu is an S plus unit. I think Kazu's the best support. Not better than Bennett though. No, I think he is. I feel like Kazuha is quite literally probably the most useful character in the entire game. Ayaka. I'm actually kind of torn here, chat. I'll be honest, between S and A. A lot of people are saying A, but dude, she's a really good unit. I don't play her that much, and I don't really like her that much, but I think she's an S tier unit. I think she's probably higher than Tartaglia, to be honest. Yoimiya. I was gonna put her in S, but I feel like if we're putting Ganyu in A, I've got to put Yoimiya in A, but I'm putting her high A, dude. Yoimiya is a very, 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 very good unit. She's very strong, but I feel like kind of on par with Ganyu, just a very different playstyle. I think high A is very fair for Yoimiya. Sayu? C? I'd probably put Sayu in C tier. Raiden Shogun at C0, chat. I think S tier. I don't think S plus. I think S tier. I think highest S, but I definitely don't think S plus at C0. If it was C3, she'd probably be up there in S plus, but at C0, I think S tier is perfectly fine for Raiden. Kujo Sara. I don't know enough about Kujo Sara. I'm gonna let you guys decide, chat. I'm seeing a lot of B's. A few C's, majority B's though. Okay, we'll put her in B. I know enough about her to know she's probably going to be higher up than Razor, maybe like in between Rosaria and Kaya. I feel like they do kind of similar things for different elements. Kokomi. I would personally put Coco in S. I mean, she's an incredibly good unit. She's one of the best healers for sure, and a hydro application exists. And isn't the worst in the game. Aloy, you're D tier. I don't care. I'm sorry. Toma. Dude, if this was like a couple of months ago, I would have probably put Toma in a very, very low tier. But I feel like now, dude, Toma can be fucking good now, dude. Toma could be good. People have had a lot of really good teams for Toma now. I think I'd probably put Toma along with Beidou. Bottom A. Thoughts? Better than Eula, question mark? Chat, I'm gonna keep it a fucking buck right now. If this was my own personal tier list, I would put Eula in fucking C tier. I think people overvalue Eula just based on the one singular high damage hit. Ito time. Ito's an interesting character, dude, because here's the thing. If it was based on damage, he'd be S plus because his damage is fucking wild even at C0, but it's not just based on damage, it's based on everything. And I feel like I can't even give him S tier because he needs such niche shit. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in A. And then Goro, I guess we're gonna put with Kujo Sara. Very good with certain units, but then literally useless for 90% of the roster. Shenhe. I'm gonna put Shenhe along with Ito because at C0, Shenhe's a base support, dude. Very good, but only for cryo, so I can't really put her like along with Kazu or Raiden supports and stuff who can be used with a bunch of different teams. She only amplifies cryo, really, but she amplifies that cryo real fucking good. Yunjin's an interesting character, dude. I feel like Yunjin is very, very good. I don't use her that much, but she's like one of the only Geo, along with like Navia, that you could use at a ton of different teams and actually benefits from being used in different teams. I feel like I would put her in A. I'll put her here for now. Yae Miko's a tough one, dude. She's just such a different playstyle, dude. Dendro changed her? Not much, really. Don't get me wrong, Dendro did change her, but I feel like it didn't change her as much as other Electro characters. I'd put her in A, but I just don't know whereabouts in A. Maybe with Keqing? Ayato. Now, there's no shot Ayato's in B tier, chat. When you look at the other characters in like A and B, there's no way you think he's in B tier, surely. I think he's in A tier, but I think I'd probably put him with Yae. Unpopular opinion, Xingqiu is better than Yelan. It's not really an unpopular opinion. Xingqiu's hydro application is far better than Yelan, so it's a pretty popular opinion, actually. I think I would put Yelan in S+, though. I think Yelan, along with Xingqiu, is incredibly, incredibly good. They do basically the same thing, but Yelan does a bit more damage and a bit lower hydro application, and also she's very good for exploration, and her E is very cool as well. Now, Kuki, I truly, truly believe Kuki is an S+ character now. With Hyper Bloom, dude, I think she is S+, and I don't think anybody could even convince me otherwise. Ever since Dendro came out, dude, Kuki has shined shined like a fucking diamond. Only good in Hyper Bloom. Also, kinda not true. I've seen certain teams where a lot of people use it with, what is it, like super conduct teams because people are close. Like even with Eula, having the Electro follow you around so you can run around. Obviously, all the other Dendro reactions as well are very, very good with Kuki too. Hazel. I was gonna say low 8, but honestly, no, you're probably right. I'd probably put him in high B, though. I'd probably put him, like, here in B, to be honest. Tighnari. Okay, this is at C6. I've seen some banging fucking C6 Tignaris, dude, that are amazing. I think Tighnari would be in, I think the highest of A tier. I don't think we'll see a single Dendro character lower than A tier, to be honest. Actually, Cole's next. Cole's probably B tier. I think she'd be high B, though. I think she'd be about here. Dory. Oh, God. You really want Dory in D tier? Bro, I actually don't think she's as bad as some of the characters in C. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'd put her high C, personally. I would not put her in D tier. I think the other characters are far worse. Sino. Man, I want to put you so much higher than I'm gonna put you, and it's just because I love you so much, Sino. But I have to be true to myself here and be very fair. I have to put him with Kaching, because here's the thing, chat. He's so good at single target damage one-on-one against a boss. The second there is multiple enemies, this man fucking gets lost. It's just such a shame there's like negative AoE potential pretty much with Sino. We have Candace next. Oh no, dude, I don't want to do it. Candace S? Bro. Close your eyes for a second, whoever just said Candace in S tier. Close your eyes. Nilou! I don't have Nilou, chat, but I know she's incredibly good. She's just very niche, but in terms of meta, I think she's really good. Maybe around Kokomi level, honestly. I still think, even though she's restricted a lot in terms of teams, barely needs any investment, and you get the other characters that you need for her team for free. You could just use Barbara, Cole, you could even use Xingqiu since you get it from events like every fucking year at that point. Or, yeah, like Dendro main character as Dendro Traveler. Yeah, she has extremely niche damage. She does, but it's incredibly good damage. Okay, Nahida. I have to put Nahida in S+. Would I put her higher than Bennett? I think so. Wait, you'll put her higher than Xingqiu and Yalan? I mean, we'll do it. I'll trust you guys on it. Layla. Okay, this one's gonna be an interesting one. I think I'm actually gonna put Layla in low S. I feel like she's easier to obtain than Zhongli with the same amount of shield, basically. She's also cryo, which is 90% of the time just better than Geo, and she can be used in multiple different teams. Freeze, she can be used in Melt. Yeah, application's pretty good. If we're putting Zhongli in S tier, then I'm putting Layla in S tier, because the only reason Zhongli is going in S tier is because he has a very good shield and he has the defense shred. Layla has a very good shield and she's cryo with pretty good cryo application, so you can use her in different teams as well. Wanderer time. I think Wanderer's a good unit. A lot of people shit on Wanderer a lot, dude, but I think he's fucking good. Yeah, I'd probably say A tier. I wouldn't put him higher than A, but I'd put him high A. I feel like that's a good spot for Wanderer. Faruzan. Bearing in mind we're basing this off C6 Faruzan. C6 Faruzan goes A tier easily. But where would I put her is the question. I think I'd put her with Shenhe, because again, she's very good at buffing, but she only buffs one thing. She's the exact same thing as Shenhe. Alhaitham. This one's easy for me, because I would put Alhaitham right next to Raiden Shogun up here. I think Alhaitham is a fucking godlike unit, dude. And I think people underrate Alhaitham a lot. I think he's alongside Raiden here, because I think he's way better than Facial and stuff as well. Yao Yao. I don't use Yao Yao enough, so I'm gonna let y'all decide on Yao Yao for me, chat. I would imagine A, but I don't know whereabouts in A. Above Faruzan? Really? YouTube, do you agree with that one? Daya. I know where I want to put Daya. I don't think she's a D tier character. I do think she's a low C tier character. Well, I think all the characters in C are low tier, so I'm gonna put her in top C. Genuinely very useful with Linear Nuvalet. Deserves high B in my opinion. She's not a good carry at C0, but she's useful in other ways. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I could stretch it to the bottom of B. I cannot put her higher in good faith. Hashtag fix there still needs to happen. All right, Mika. I think Mika is dreadful, no? If this was me, based on the information that I know about Mika, I would probably put him in D tier, but that's just because he was kind of marketed as Eula support, and he didn't end up being a very good Eula support. Mika's actually pretty good healer for Farina. He's more useful there than with Eula. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He's dog shit with Eula. Where do you think, chat? What rank would you put him in? I don't use him enough, so I have no idea. I don't even have C6, so I don't know. Somewhere in B? Maybe along with Diona then? We'll keep Mika here. Again, this might be a bit wrong. but I don't know enough about Mika at all, to be honest. Baiju's a phenomenal unit. I think I'd put Baiju above Ayato and maybe lower than Yaimiko. Honestly, it's either here or just above Ito. Actually, I'm probably gonna put him just above Ito. Highest or second highest of A. I guess I could argue above Jean, but lower than Tainari. I still think Tainari is a bit better. Oh god, Kave. Oh dear god, it's Kave. As much as I love Kave, I feel like he's next to useless. D has a dysfunctional kit. I mean, true. What kind of it says to put him with Xinyan? Kind of have to if I want to be anywhere near fair. C or D for Kave. I'm just going to keep him there for now, but a little bit of both. A little bit of both. Karara's fun, dude. Karara's fun and does so much damage. Her damage is insane. I think she would be low A. I think below Beidou, but above Yunjin. Linny. I'm going to let you guys decide because if this was up to me, I'd put him alongside Ganyu, to be honest. I really don't like his playstyle, so I'm a little bit more biased than others. If it was me, he'd be right here. He's got great damage, but most times stuck with Monopyro. Yeah, and also it's just slow to build up to that damage. I think I'm going to keep him where I put him, to be honest, looking at the rest of the characters here as well. Lynette. Lynette's not bad, but she's probably B, but where in B? Maybe along with like Kujosara? Lower than Diona. Yeah, actually, yeah. Maybe along with Mika then. And then Fremine. I unironically think Fremine is a pretty good unit. I'm slightly biased just because I really like the playstyle. I think low B is fair. I think I know the perfect place to put him. I think I'd put him below Klee, but above Diona. Okay, Nuvalet time. I saw somebody earlier say if you put Nuvalet in S+, I swear to God. Listen, I have to be honest with you here. Nuvalet might be the best Hydro character in the entire game at C0, dude. Him and Yalan at like C6 are the most broken, busted characters in the whole game. Nuvalet is a godlike character. I think I'd probably put him about here though, because I do still think overall Nahida is better. Let's do Wriothesley. I don't know where I put Wriothesley, to be honest. Chat, you really think Rio is S tier? Nah, no shot. I think he's a very good character. I don't think he's S tier though. I'd probably put him about here, maybe even one lower. Oh no, I think he's probably high A, but I really don't think he's S tier. Farina. I think that's fair. I think besides Nuvi, and I think slightly higher than Nuvi, just because of the amount of different teams that you can put her in, it's kind of insane. All right, let's do Charlotte. I didn't really like how Charlotte fell as a character, so I didn't really play her too much, but how good is she, chat? If we're assuming C6, Charlotte is the best burst healer in the game, but that's like pretty much it, right? I don't know. I think I'll put a low A. Maybe like above Karara. I think that's fair. And then we have Navia. I'm putting Navia above Zhongli. I'm actually moving Zhongli down a lot. I'm putting Zhongli with fucking Layla, dude. Because I think the other characters just offer so much more value overall. Great thing about Navia is she doesn't feel like a Geo character. C6 Chevrus or Chevrolet. S-chat, really? Is she that good? I don't have C6, so I don't know. C6 Chevrus is insane. She's as good as C2 Kazu at C6. Yeah, no shot. For Pyro and Electro, oh, I guess it's only for 2 elements, but yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Shen Yun. I actually think I have to put her in high S, dude, and I think maybe top 3 of high S, to be honest. She does make a shit ton of other characters so much better, but she also just makes other characters feel playable. And like you said with the Hu Tao stuff, right? She makes C0 Hu Tao feel good. I think she's a very interesting, unique character, and I think even that trumps meta in a lot of cases, but I feel like we'll find new metas all the fucking time with Shen Yun, to be honest. I feel like she's had probably one of the biggest impacts on the game in terms of a support character. And then C6 Garming. I feel like Garming's fucking incredible. I feel like it's a really good character. I feel like I'd probably put him either high A or low S, but I don't know which. Besides Chevy, yeah, we'll keep him there. Because again, I haven't had enough time to really test out C6 Garming yet, but I think we'll put him in low S. I think that's good. And that is the tier list, I guess. I think I'm pretty happy with it. There might be a couple that I would change with a little bit more time. Don't let Suggest see this tier list. Oh, I'm gonna tag him in it. I think this is a pretty solid list. That's all I'm gonna say.